everyone. Lately, the problem of game servers has been acute. In fact, sometimes there are no funds, or using them to buy servers is not the priority task. But sometimes, anyway, you need to relax and have fun from time to time. I will not review Russian services for obvious reasons, and I do not even recommend them to you in any case. And let's finally get to the point. Today, we will compare three hostings, Aternos, Minehut, and Godlike. Let's compare them according to their characteristics, by speed and how easy to create the server and its user experience. Let's start with Aternos. After registering an account, you can create your new server. There is a lot of advertising on the side, but it seems uncritical. Click Create. Here we can choose it for Bedrock or Java. Press Java Edition, Create. We see it's creating. Then we can choose a version for HimCore and copy the IP address. We can also configure the server itself. For example, let's enable offline, on. This is necessary in order to log in from unlicensed accounts. We go to the server again and press the start. We confirm the EULA and we have a launch that will last quite a long time. After, our server is finally up and running. It takes a really long time to start, and after 5 minutes it will stop. Not so cool. But the server is completely free. Let's go to it. We are on the server. In general, the picture is not so high quality. It immediately stands by default. And let's do some testing on it. Go to the console. We issue operator access. But let's blow up some dynamite. Overall, pretty good. I installed the core without plugins, and according to this, I don't have the opportunity to check the TPS. With version 1.13 and above, if I'm not mistaken, Dynamite was pretty heavily optimized. So now it is quite difficult to break up a server with it even on Aternos. From my own experience, I can say that it is very easy to hack almost any DDoS, or at least make an entry impossible. And if we raise the draft, it will start to stick out so much. Let's try a bit to load the chunks. As we can see, new chunks creating for so long time. Even in ordinary creativity mode, we managed to fly away quite far. However, Aternos is still a pretty good option, and we move on. Next on our list is such a service as Minehut. We are going through the registration. Click on Create New Server, call it whatever you want, and press Create. Time passes and it appears in our server list. As you can see, we can create several such servers. The downside is that it has extremely little RAM, only 1 GB. Press Activate Server, we see the video, and also we just need to wait. Half a minute later, we can finally click Continue. And now our server starts. Let's immediately see what settings we have here. We cannot enable offline mode on our server by default. Therefore, let's go to the File Manager. It takes a long time to load and we go to Server Properties. We find Online Mode. As you see, it's already standing on false. That is, the default server should be for pirate clients. Even we did not change anything here. We can just go out. And as you can see, our server is running. Let's copy the IP address and enter the game. We enter our IP address. Press Done. And as you can see, the server is running. We can try to enter it. It gives us an error. It reacts as if we are still from a pirate account, which is quite strange. This setting doesn't seem to work here simply. In this case, let's try to restart with the license. Attempt 2, let's connect. And finally, we were let in. Here we need to confirm everything. After connecting, I recommend you unzip it immediately. I refuse. Now we see the world. By the way, Aternos and Minehut, if there is no one on them, it is turned off after 5 minutes. Now we have a core that supports plugins, and we see that at the moment it is 20. But chunks load extremely slowly. As you can see, they can't keep up with me. I loaded a few more chunks, our TPS dropped to 17. If you have 2 to 3 people playing on the server, the TPS will be quite low. In fact, the situation will be the same on Aternos. However, I could not show it there because I did not change the server core. There is no reason to complain because we're on free services. However, let's move on to our third option. That would be Godlike hosting. By the way, it focused not only on Minecraft and on a huge number of games in general. We choose free servers, we choose Minecraft, and we get the following characteristics. Click Download, we confirm the registration, click to sign up, and we are on our panel. There won't be any ads and you can immediately click to get your free server. Call it whatever you want. Click on the list and choose either a game or one of the Minecraft cores. Here you can create your own servers for a fairly large number of games absolutely free of charge. GTA, Terraria. However, we will stop at Minecraft. Select the PC paper core, click Create. We go to our server and it starts immediately without waiting, so it doesn't stop soon, which means it will run for a minimum of 5 hours to begin with. And every 4 minutes you can add 90 minutes to it by clicking this button. That is, now it will work for 6.5 hours. After 4 minutes, you add 90 minutes to it again, and we will live for 8 hours, and so until 24 hours. We confirm the EULA. You can go to the File Manager and configure server properties. Here we disable line mode. If you do not have a license, return to the console and press Restart. As you can see, the launch is very fast. If on hosting like Aternos and Minehut, it took from 30 seconds to 1 minute and a half. We copy the IP address, but let's get into the game. Our server has appeared and we can connect to it. Press it. It's already night on our server. Let's choose an operator. And let's fly a little. Chunks load not so quickly as well as on other hostings, maybe a little faster in places. We check the TPS. Even when loading new chunks, it does not fall and remains stable at 20. Let's test the dynamite again. He cannot put the server, however, may lower TPS on very weak servers. As you can see, the TPS dropped by a few seconds, only a bit. It seems to me that if we compare it to others, Godlike hosting showed itself as the best. It has twice as much RAM as on Minehut servers. It does not turn off for many hours even if no one is on them. The launch speed is also much faster, with no advertising, and it is a slightly more powerful processor. What to use for you? You can decide for yourself. I was just comparing the pros and cons of these services, but you can draw your own conclusions based on this video. I will gradually complete this. As always, I do not say goodbye, and I just say see you soon.